It was a calm afternoon, the kind of day when the sun was soft and the wind gently brushed through the trees. A wealthy man drove down a quiet countryside road in his shiny black car, humming to the radio and checking his watch every few minutes. He was late for an important meeting and didn't want to be delayed by anything or anyone. As he turned a narrow bend, his eyes caught a small figure standing in the middle of the road, waving both hands desperately. He slammed his brakes with a screech. "What in the world?" he muttered, stepping out of the car. It was a little boy, no more than 10 years old, his shirt torn, his face covered in dust and tears. "Are you crazy, kid?" the man snapped. "You could have gotten yourself killed." But the boy didn't flinch. He pointed toward the roadside with trembling hands. "Please, sir, my friend, she fell. Her bike hit that big stone and she's hurt. Can you help us, please?" The man looked toward where the boy was pointing. Indeed, a small girl sat beside her broken bicycle, holding her knee. Blood trickled down her leg. But instead of compassion, annoyance filled the man's voice. "Was she blind? How could she not see a stone that big?" he scoffed. The boy's lip trembled, but he stood his ground. "Please, sir, just help me remove it, so no one else gets hurt." The man checked his watch again and shook his head. "Listen, kid, I'm already late. Ask someone else. I've got things to do." "Please," the boy begged. "Just a minute." But the man raised his hand to silence him. "Out of my way, boy. I'm in a hurry." He jumped into his car, slammed the door, and sped away, leaving behind a swirl of dust and disappointment. The boy sighed and sat beside his friend, whispering, "Maybe someone else will stop." But no one did. The stone stayed there, silent, unmoved, dangerous. That evening, the man was finally free from his meetings. The sky was painted in orange and gold, and as he drove home, his phone rang. It was his son. "Hey, Dad!" a cheerful voice came through. "Guess what? I'm close to your place." The man smiled instantly. "Really? I thought you moved out 2 years ago." His son laughed. "I did. But I wanted to surprise you tonight. It's been too long, Dad." The man chuckled, warmth in his heart. "Well, that's the best surprise I've had all week. Drive safe, son. The road near the bridge can be a little rough." "Got it, Dad. I'll be there soon." The man smiled as he hung up, already picturing dinner with his boy. He turned up the radio, tapping his fingers on the wheel to the music. But suddenly, screech! A horrible sound blared through his phone speaker. A loud crash followed, then silence. "Hello? Hello, son?" he shouted, panic filling his chest. "Can you hear me?" Nothing. He froze for a second, then started his car and sped toward the bridge, heart pounding, breath short. As he got closer, he saw flashing lights, police cars, an ambulance, a small crowd gathering. "No, please no," he whispered. He leapt out of his car and ran toward the wreck. His son's car was crushed against the railing, hanging dangerously over the river below. Smoke rose from the hood. "Dad!" a weak voice called out. He ran forward as paramedics worked quickly to pull his son from the wreckage. When they finally freed him, the man fell to his knees beside him, tears flooding his eyes. Thank God you're alive," the paramedic said. "He's lucky. Another second and the car would have fallen off the bridge." The man looked around, trying to understand how it had happened. And then he saw it. There, by the side of the road, a large, jagged stone. The same one from earlier, the same stone that little boy had begged him to move. He staggered toward it, his hands trembling. The memory flashed in his mind, the dusty road, the pleading eyes of the child, his own voice saying, "I'm in a hurry." His knees buckled. He dropped to the ground, gripping his chest. That small act of neglect, that single moment of pride, had nearly cost him his son's life. He broke down completely, sobbing beside the stone. If only he had listened. If only he had cared for someone else's pain when he had the chance. From that day on, the man was never the same. Whenever he saw a pothole, he would stop and cover it. Whenever he saw trash or stones on the road, he'd remove them himself. Whenever he saw someone asking for help, he wouldn't turn away, because he learned the hardest lesson life could teach. Sometimes, the things we ignore in seconds can come back to break us forever. Moral: never underestimate the power of small kindness. What you choose to ignore today might be the reason you cry tomorrow. Drop a heart if you believe every small act of care can save a life.